Hey, seventh graders. So this is my first video for the week that I'll be gone. We're off to Cherokee, North Carolina for a mission trip. And I want to apologize for the darkness of the video, but I think you can see the screen better. So that's kind of why I recorded it this way. I hope it works out. I hope you can see what I'm writing, even if you can't see me. But we're actually going to start on 8-3. We're going to go to the second part of the lesson, and that's going to be on page 221. So page 221, we're going to talk first about sales tax and total cost. So I want you to write down a formula here for sales tax, and we're going to use sales tax equals the price times the tax rate. Okay, so we're gonna really deal with two main ideas today. The first one, sales tax and total cost. So we're first going to deal with sales tax. How do you find the sales tax? How much you pay in tax? You take the original price or the marked price of the item, and then you multiply by that tax rate, whatever that is. And if you're looking on page 221, we have our first example. What is the total cost at the very top of the page? What's the total cost, including tax, of a box of makeup with a $69.95 price tag? That's a lot for makeup. And the sales tax rate of 6%. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to find how much we pay in sales tax on that item. So the cost of that item, $69.95. So $69.95. And the tax rate they gave us was 6%. 6%. Now, this, I know it's over a week that we talked about it, but do we really want to use a percent when we're multiplying these two together? No, we want to convert that percent into a decimal. So what I do is I take my marker where the decimal is. I'm going to move it back 2 times to the left. Remember, when I go from percent to decimal, I move it 2 times to the left. And so really what I'm doing is 69.95 times 0.06. Okay, so that's my real math problem. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and work that out and see what you get. I'll work it out on the board, but everyone needs to be working out this problem and see if we get the same thing. So you got 69.95 times 0.06. And then I'll move my decimal place 4 points to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get a sales tax of $4 and something weird right here. I think I have to round it to the nearest hundredth because we're talking about money. So this goes up 1, which actually makes it go $4.20. $4.20 is my sales tax on this item. So that's how much extra I'm going to pay in tax. So the original price was $69.95, and then I pay an extra $4.20. So what do you think I have to do to find the total cost? Well, just so you have something in your notes to reference, the total cost of an item is the sales tax plus the price, or the original price, the marked price, whatever that item had on its tag. That's what it's marked up. We said the sales tax was $4.20, and the original price was $69.95, I believe. So what do we do with those two? We add them up, and just because I want to make sure we know how to add and subtract fractions, make sure that you line up your decimal places, and you get 5, 11, 14, 74.15. So the total cost of that makeup, including sales tax, is going to be $74.15. So that's how much you're going to pay for that makeup, which Apparently I don't know much about makeup, but that seems like a lot. That's how much you're going to pay for that kit of makeup. Okay, what I want us to do here is I want us to look at another problem that I'm going to give to you just to get some practice here. And we're going to have this price be $89.45. So original price is $89.45, and the tax rate, so how much what percent they're gonna pay in taxes, 5%. What I want you to do is I want you to find the total cost of that item, and then I'm going to show you another way of doing this problem so that you can choose which way you want to do these kind of problems with. Okay, I'm going to do it the first way we did it. So in order to find the sales tax, I'm going to take the tax rate and multiply it by the price. So here, sales tax, tax rate, price. So I don't know what the sales tax is, but I know that the tax rate is 5%. And notice on the other example, I flipped those around. Why are you allowed to do that? Commutative property. Good job. All right, and multiplying by the price, $89.45. Don't forget, we don't multiply by percents. We have to convert percents into decimals. So I'm going to move this 2 times to the left. 0.05 times 89.45. So go ahead and work that out. So I'm going to get my 89.45, and I'm multiplying it by my 5% tax rate. Okay, and then I'm going to just multiply it out. Go ahead and do that yourself too. And then move the decimal place that many times to the left. So I have 4 decimal place values. I'm going to move it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I don't write $4 and 4,725, 10,000ths of a cent. So I'm going to round to the nearest hundredth. And I get my sales tax of $4.47. So that's my sales tax. And if you guys remember, that's how much you're paying extra on that item of $89.45. So what do I do at that $89.45 and that $4.47? I add them together. So $89.45 and $4.47, and that'll get me the total cost of $93.92. $93.92. That's the total cost of that item when you're paying a 5% tax on the original price of $89.45. So you're just going to add those two numbers together. The price and the tax gets you the total cost. Okay, there is another way to work these out, and I think a lot of you are going to like it. But I want to be careful on how I explain this. So if you don't understand this next way that I'm going to work it out, then you don't have to do it that way. You could just work it out this way. So how did I work it out? First of all, I am trying to find my sales tax, and that's the tax rate times the price. So I'm going to do the 5% times the original price, multiply those two, and then I get a sales tax number. And then I just add it to the original cost of $89.45. Okay, so that's how I use my first method. The second method I'm going to use is very similar. Maybe some of you will get it, but if not, that's okay. Okay, do you understand that when you pay a 5% tax, that means you pay 5% over what it costs that for the original price of $89.45? So how much do you pay for an item that costs $89.45 laying on the shelf? You pay 100% of that number. You pay 100% of $89.45. You're going to pay that. But then you pay an extra 5%. You pay an extra 5% on that item. When you add those two percentages together, what number do you get? You get 105%. really what you're doing is you're paying 105% of the price of that item. So with that makeup kit, you paid 106% of the price that was labeled on that tag. So here's what my problem is now. I'm paying 105% of $89.45. Did you hear the word that I used in between those two numbers? 105% of $89.45. What does the word of mean in math? Multiplication. I'm paying 105% of $89.45. So what do I do with those two numbers? I'm going to multiply them. So I'm going to, again, convert this to a decimal, 1, 2. So this becomes 1.05. And I'm going to multiply it by my $89.45. So I'm paying over 100% of that cost because I have to pay tax. So I'm going to work it out over here. Keep wanting to write the wrong number there. All right, so I'm going to multiply it this way on this problem. And I'm going to put two place value holders because I'm skipping this 0 right here. If you work it out the long way, you'll still get this answer. One, two, three, four, $93.92. Does that sound like the first answer? It is the first answer. So you could work it out this way, which assumes that you're paying 100% for that item. And then you're going to add a 5%, which gives you a total of 105% of that cost. You multiply those two together and you get your $93.92. Some of you will prefer it that way. Great. Others of you will not like that way because maybe you don't fully understand it. That's okay. You could do it both ways. So I'm going to give you another problem to work out on your own, and you can work it out. Again, like I said, either way. So the price of this item, oh my goodness, is $593.80. $593.80. And your tax rate is going to be 6%. Now, do you notice that our percents have been kind of nice? 6% even. But percents don't have to be 6% even or 5% even. It could be 6.25% or 5.5%. And if you have that, you're still going to work out the same way. You move that decimal twice to the left when you're actually multiplying. So we're going to find the total cost here, and the way we do that is we're going to get the sales tax. This is the first method, which is the tax rate times the original price. So what's the tax rate? 6%. What's the original price? $593.80. What do I do with those two numbers? Multiply them. So if teacher, if you can pause the video and when most of the students are ready, you can just ask. Most of you have an answer. Then you can turn back the video and it'll play the work of how we work this problem out. Okay, but here we have, if I moved it twice to the left, I get 0.06 times 593.80, and then I'm actually going to work that out. So let's see what you guys got. Hopefully we match up. 593.8. I'm going to drop that 0 because I don't need to use it to multiply when it's on the right. 0.06. Notice I did not drop that 0. It's on the left of the number. All right. So 48. Okay, so I got my 35628. Then I move the decimal point 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Straight mark there. And what's my tax on this item? It is $35.80. because I had to round that hundredths place. That's how much you're paying in sales tax. So if you go into that store, maybe like a TV, and you see the price tag of $593.80, that is not all you need. You need to add another $35.63. So that is not cheap. That is not just a small amount to add onto that price. That is significant. And then you take that $593, the cost of the item, and the $35.63, and then you're going to add those two together. So here, $629.43. $629.43. That's how much you're going to pay for that item there. So what I want you guys to do on this lesson is I want you to use either our first method, or what could you have multiplied the $593.80 with? You could have multiplied it by 100% plus 6%, for a total of 106%, and then you would have gotten the same answer. So either way you do it, you're going to get that, if you did it correctly, $629.43. Okay, that's the first part of the lesson. Let's go to the second real quick. Back on page 221, this time we're going to talk about discount and sales price. So this is the second part, discount and sale price. So in the first example, when you pay for an item that's sitting there, and you take, you see what price tag it has on it, you have to add a certain percentage because of sales tax. But what's nice is that you also get discounts on prices that are posted on a tag or whatever, and that's like a sale. Then you get your new sales price. The first one I want to look at is 221, page 221. Where it says discount and sale price. Find the sale price of a $47 clock after a 40% discount. All right, here's a formula I want you to get. The way to find a discount is to take the price and multiply it by the discount rate. So you take the price and you multiply it by the discount rate. Notice that we have rate on both of these problems. So discount rate right there. Okay, so I have a clock that costs $47. And the discount rate is 40%. 40%. Okay, so you save 40% on that price of $47. So I want to know how much I save, what amount of money I'm going to save if I bought this item at this discount rate. So I'm going to take that 47 and multiply by the 40%. But what do I have to do with that percent again? Make it into a decimal. Move it 2 times. So it's really 47 times 0.4 or 0.4. Okay, so I'll multiply it out here. And again, you do this with me, please. Decimal point goes right there. So how much money do I save? $18.80. That's how much I save. That's the discount. That's the amount of money that I did not have to pay on this clock. So if I want to find the sale price, okay, so how much I'm going to pay. This is how much I'm going to save. That's a discount. I want to know how much I'm going to pay. What do you think you do with that $18.80 and the original price of $47? If this is how much you save, how much are you going to pay? $47 minus $18.80. Minus $18.80. Whereas the last problem we're adding, this time we're subtracting because the price gets knocked down 40%. So here, be careful when you're subtracting. I can't subtract that, so I'm going to borrow from the 7, make it a 6, and add a 1. Or add a 1 here, which makes it 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. Can't do that subtraction. So I'm going to borrow again. And then I get my 2. Bring down my decimal point. How much money are we going to pay on that clock? It originally cost $47. its discount was $18.80, which leaves me to pay $28.20. That's how much money I'm going to pay for that clock that got discounted 40%. Okay? That's one way of doing it. That's when you have a discount, when you knock the price down. The other way of doing it, so the second method, is similar to that first one, where I gave you a little bit of a shortcut. Okay, the price again was $47, and the discount rate was 40%. That's how much it was going to get knocked down. Okay, $47. If you paid $47 for that clock, you would pay 100%, right? If you paid $47 of the list price or the price that's marked on that tag, you'd pay 100%. But now that you're getting a 40% discount, what do you think you do with that 40% and that 100%? You subtract them. So what percent are you actually paying for that item? You're paying 60%. You're paying 60% of that item cost. So I'm paying 60% of $47. 60% of $47. You hear what I said? 60% of $47. So what I would do with those two numbers, I'm going to multiply them. Move the decimal twice. I get 0.6 or 0.6 times 47. I multiply those two together. And guess how much I'm paying for that item? $28.20. That's how much it's going to cost me at the end of it all to pay for that item that got discounted. That's how you work out those problems, guys. You're going to have sales tax problems, and you're going to get the total cost, and you're going to have discount and sales price problems, and you're going to work those out as well. And so your homework tonight is going to be 26 to 40 even. And I'll give you the pages in just a moment. 26 to 40 even. And that's pages, that's page 248. Page 248 in your workbooks. So you'll have the rest of the time to work on that.